I'm here at the county fair with a variety of people from our area talking about the importance of sustainability and recycling. And joining me now is Pat, an Arlington resident. Welcome, Pat.
Thank you very much. Yes, I've been an Arlington resident since 1964, so I'm a long-timer here, and I feel like I do carry out the values of Arlington. I mean, I learned them here in Arlington, so I feel like it's very important for me to reflect that in my life. So what I do is right in line with what this organization is all about, just making sure that the things in my life are able to be recycled, and I have recycled everything in my life. I mean, I know that Arlington suggests that we go onto freecycle.org, and I did recycle a whole lot of stuff in my garage, and things that would ordinarily have gone into the recycle container, other people can reuse them. So I feel like that's a better way to do it even. So I've recycled, and I have done other recycling on my own, meaning I have used things like Habitat for Humanity for recycling things that are larger that others can use. As far as my every day-to-day life, I try to, I don't have much in the way of garbage. I mainly have my recycle container full and my yard waste container full. So I feel like I'm getting pretty close to zero waste.
Which is exactly something that Arlington wants us to do because we do have a zero waste plan. But you did something very proactive and unique when you came to the fair this week. Can you show me what you brought with you?
Well, I'm such a recycling enthusiast that it bothers me to think I might put the wrong thing in the wrong container. So the things during this past year, I purposely took things that I wanted to know the real answer to, and I put them in a little bag and brought them to the fair. So and I brought a pen with a green pen and a red pen, so things that can be recycled with Arlington or even with other organizations like Safeway will take your newspaper bags. So I took all of those things that I wasn't very sure of and brought them with me. And some passed the test.
And you brought them to Arlington's Waste Management. You brought it directly to the source.
Absolutely. You all are the experts. The Arlington Waste people are the experts. They always know every answer to every question. I know I'll get it right. And I want to save people time and trouble down the line. Like, I don't want it to go for recycling and then people have to take it out of the waste stream. That's such a waste of time. So I'd rather just be more efficient at the beginning of it.
Show us what you brought.
Okay. So plastic is a big problem, and so there's so many different kinds of plastic. And I had heard that Ziploc bags might not be able to be recycled, but Safeway, I can put them in with my Safeway recycling. So your newspaper bags and bags like this can go for recycling, though not with Arlington, but in a different way.
So don't put these in the blue bin,
Right.
But you can recycle them at Safeway.
Yes.
Excellent. What
Yes.
else do you have?
So I had a real problem is, a mailer has got plastic inside of it to cushion it, so things you might get in the mail. So it's a composite, paper and plastic. This has to go into the trash, and I marked it with an X because it is not, nobody can take this. This is really bad.
So people get really confused when the trash itself is commingled the way that it's made. So bubble wrap inside of paper is not recyclable.
No.
Okay, great.
That
Thank you.
fails miserably.
All right, what else do you have?
Okay, so I brought various kinds of food holding plastic. And so Arlington doesn't want plastic bags at all, but I thought, well, we'll know here if Safeway might take them. Well, there was a little bit of a question. These are all food plastic bags. So what I'm just going to take a chance that Safeway will want to take them and that they'll be able to do something about that because they'll be more knowledgeable about plastic bags, which Arlington doesn't take.
I do have a little tip for you. Those things are called flexible packaging, and Mom's Organic Market, if you're willing to save them long enough to bring them there, you can recycle them there. Flexible packaging.
That's fantastic. I'm so glad to know about that.
Happy to share. What else do you have, Pat?
Every tip helps. So I had, this is another one that is kind of a mystery because it's several things in one and you want to get it right. So this is a juice can. So the
Wow, yeah, 3 different types of material.
3 different kinds. So that's why it was a mystery. So what you can do is you can soak this and take the metal off, take it off the bottom, take it off the top. This can be recycled with Arlington. This can be recycled with Arlington. The little strip that goes around the top, trash.
So those tiny plastics like straws and that wrap, that has to go into the trash can.
Yes, so that's why that was hard.
So I think a lot of people forget that just with a little initiative and effort, some of these things can be recycled. But what you're saying is spend a little bit of time, separate it, and then you can recycle it.
Yeah, that's why you can get very close to almost nothing. And I do want to put a plug in for doing food recycling. I know Arlington sent out a questionnaire asking, would you be interested in having your compost waste, your food scraps from your kitchen, go into your yard waste recycling, or somehow, in other words, have Arlington pick up your garbage type waste. And I said, absolutely, it's the next step. And if we could get that down, I think you've pretty much got it. There's perhaps that would leave 1 or 2% not able to be recycled, but such a small amount. It would really cover. That's a big win.
Essentially, that is zero waste. If you can get to that point, that's about as close as you can get. Yeah. Anything else in there?
Well, just a different kind of plastic. That one can be recycled.
But I've often wondered about them. So the paper that's still onto the plastic, they can get that off in the recycling bin.
Evidently, because when I asked about it, he said, yeah, we can go ahead and toss that one in. Well, it doesn't really take a whole lot of extra energy to do this the right way. And the benefit is to the whole community and really as a model for the whole country, that if Arlington can do it, and we're a pretty large community, then anybody can do it, and it can carry over to other parts of your life. I know people in Arlington travel a lot, and my next trip is going to a place that doesn't allow any plastic bags. I'm going to Madagascar, so there's no plastic bags at all allowed on that island.
I think it's great that you're going to go there and you're going to represent Arlington, and you truly are a leader. And I want to thank you so much, Pat, for coming to the fair today and sharing your experience and your passion with us.
You're very welcome. It's my honor to do this.
I'm Miriam Gennari with the Arlington Weekly News, and that's the word on the Sustainable Scoop here at the County Fair.